Merry Christmas, everyone, and welcome to the 20th Annual Turner Christmas Village 2010. We'll start out with our ice skating rink, which was one of our first. Doesn't always like to work. It was one of our first pieces that we got back in 1991. We have our gazebo with our little boy making a snow angel. And we have our pub with our motorcycle dude. And then of course our farm and our barn with all the animals and our farmhouse with the people working outside and all our tractors. And we come over here between our train tracks. We have our ice fishermen. And then my son Dan and daughter-in-law Liz, who live in England, a couple years ago sent us these English houses. This year we put Christmas lights on them. And for all you folks in Jewett City, here is our church, which is in between the fork and the road, just like St. Mary's Church. And we have our Grand Theater and Amanda's Coffee Shop. And we have our post office and our postal carrier and mail truck. And we have Norman's photography studio. And then we have to have a schoolhouse and a schoolyard, and the kids playing in the schoolyard, building snowmen and having a snowball fight and playing on the monkey bars. And then we have a toy shop, which is a new piece this year from a friend of ours, Rhonda. And then we have our combination of our police station and our firehouse. And we have our traditional fire truck with our Dalmatian. And then we have Walton's Variety Store. And another new item this year, our Campbell's Supermarket. And then we have our rural houses, which our first house has a couple dancing. And then we have, of course, our couple on the porch swing. And inside, they're decorating the Christmas tree. And we have our carriage house with our horse-drawn carriage. And then our Tudor house with the kids playing out on having a snowball fight, playing out on the wall, and the people dining inside. And then of course, any Christmas village has to have Santa Claus and his reindeer. And then we have our cart vendors that are outside the train station. And another new piece this year, which is our Coca-Cola Mom's Diner. We're big Coca-Cola fans. And then we have our candy shop and our music shop. And there's our train station in the center of town. And our Union Pacific and Norfolk Southern is the trains you see going around the track. And then we have our bridge that brings you into town and over to our bed and breakfast, which we have kids sliding down the hill. And of course we have our dog walker, and we have our forts and our snowball fight. And this is our bottom layer of our big town. And then we'll bring you up the road. This is our road that leads to our racing village. As anyone that knows us knows that we're big NASCAR fans. And this is our airport with our planes. And there's Santa getting ready to take off to deliver his presents. And then we're also big Earnhardt fans, and you'll see that we have Dale Earnhardt houses, we have a couple of diners, places to eat. We have our clock tower and our clock tower park with our building snowman and our carolers and our musicians. We'll go into town and we have our town hall. And we have our Coca-Cola pubs, fountain service, and Coca-Cola pizza from Sister Terry. We have again another service station with Dale Earnhardt Service Station. You have to have a policeman and a public library and an old-fashioned schoolhouse in our race town. And then we have our Dale Earnhardt Movie Theater and another diner, Pit Stop. And of course we have to have our camping at our racetrack because we now also have our super speedway. And we have the Dale Earnhardt Winners Circle House in the middle. And you'll notice we have lights. We're big night race fans. And we are not Jimmie Johnson fans. As you can tell, Jimmie Johnson is hitting the wall. But this is our fantasy race park. And then we'll move over here and you'll see we have a mountain where we have our reindeer and bears and woodland creatures with our cabin in the mountains, couple of cabins in the mountains, and our dog sled and our skiers. And another new piece this year is Santa's Workshop. Getting ready to making the toys for all the young girls and boys for Christmas this year. And that's it for close-up of our Christmas village. I'm going to pan out now so you can get the gist of just how big this actually is. It is made on a 4-foot by 8-foot piece of plywood on the bottom and a 6-foot by 3-foot by 2-foot on the top for our racing village. Takes up about a quarter of my living room or so, and I enjoy putting it up every year. It's my Christmas, it's my Christmas tree, and I hope all of you have enjoyed this little tour of the 20th annual Turner Christmas Village 2010. And I wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.